2023 is coming to a close. Some great music came out this year, so here are my top 10 albums of 2023. Now, to make it clear, this is just my personal enjoyment and my opinion. So if any of your favorite albums don't make it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk about each album for a little bit and talk about my favorite songs from each album. So without wasting too much of your time, let's get to the number 10 spot. Definitely the most popular album this year, most sales, most streams, pretty much broke a load of records. And it makes my top 10. Now, it isn't Travis Scott's best project, that still goes to Rodeo and Astroworld holding the number 2 place very firmly. However, on Utopia, he tries to reinvent himself again like he did on Rodeo. Aside from the couple of basic trap tracks like Schizo or Utopia Twins, 2 songs that I actually don't like, this project is pretty out there. Travis tries a lot of new stuff, like the way Thank God develops and builds up, the general sound of modern jam being something new for him, the auto-tune part on My Eyes, Del Resto having some interesting production choices, and so on. It's a breath of fresh air for trap music for the most part. I think it does fall a bit short in certain aspects, and I mean compared to Astroworld, nowhere near as replayable, but he has songs where he raps well, songs that are catchy, while also being different. Influenced by Kanye, very clearly, but My favorites from this album are Modern Jam, really cool feature from Tizo, Sirens, Meltdown with Drake, I Know is really catchy, and the outro Till Further Notice. Earl comes back with a little bit of help from The Alchemist. Both of them work so well together. Earl's rapping is so intricate and precise, and The Alchemist is the perfect person to produce for. Very low-key sounding project. There isn't anything that brings your attention to Vort Dyer. I think that's how you say it. You kind of have to bring your attention to it. But if you tap in and listen to what Earl is saying, try catching his flows and rhyme schemes, you realize how good his music is. And that includes this project. The Alchemist uses a lot of vocal samples and loops, which I think works well. The production is silky smooth. It's something you can enjoy while just chilling. It's pretty accessible conscious rap, but if you're hyper-focusing on it, it becomes even better as you catch many of Earl's cool bars. My favorite songs on it are Vince Scully, Century, even though some people don't really like Mike's verse, I do, Mark Deuce, Sirius Black, and Dead Zone. Now, this was not a project I was expecting to be on a list like this, but here it is. Before this, everything I had heard of Olivia Rodrigo had been just okay, nothing special, just some decent pop music. But this album definitely changed my perspective on her and made me a fan. A lot of use of rock elements, but she makes them work on here. There is a weak point though, definitely, and that is her writing. It can be fun in some aspects, but a lot of the time it falls short and just kind of sounds cringy, I don't want to say, but yeah. However, sound-wise, this project is probably the best pop album of the year. She's got a knack for making choruses that get stuck in your head. It's not too long, cuts to the point, and doesn't waste any time. I love how direct the project is. Knows what it wants to be and pulls that off very well. The production is good too. Great use of guitars when they are used, and the progression of these songs is great. My favorite songs would be All American Bitch, it's so catchy, Vampire, Lacy, Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl has poor writing, but that chorus is insane, Love is Embarrassing, and Teenage Dream is a really emotional outro. Another huge surprise. If you told me that a Lil Yachty album would be in my top 10 albums of the year, I'd tell you to shut up. But nope, Yachty changed his sound up completely, and let's start here places at number 7. He went from making colorful trap music to psychedelic rock. Not a change I was expecting, but this is very, very good. It's not like it has some elements of psych rock. No, this thing is fully psychedelic rock. What stands out to me on Let's Start Here is of course the progression of the songs, which I will talk about, but also Yachty's cool vocals. The use of autotune helps him clean up his vocals, but also adds more psych to the whole album. He delivers his lines in a weird way, which are only made cooler by the auto-tune. Flows really well, and there are barely any misses on here. No song on here sounds bad in my opinion. But it wouldn't place this high if it didn't have such incredible highs. Some of the moments on this album are insane. The Black Seminole literally blew away on first listen and still blows me away. The outro is something else. I've Officially Lost Vision is by far one of the coolest songs this year. Whenever there's a woman singing on this album, you already know the song is going to be crazy. But yeah, my favorite tracks are The Black Seminole, The Ride, Pretty, Drive Me Crazy, I've Officially Lost Vision, and Reach the Sunshine, which is a cool little Radiohead interpolation. This project was originally going to be left out, but it's grown on me a lot. Scaring the Hoes will rank in number 6 for me. Also, Peggy said he's dropping 3 albums this year. Where are the albums? Anyways, this is what everyone would have expected from a Peggy and Danny Brown album. Obnoxious, loud, funny, playful, colorful, but in a good way. Danny Brown is known for his fun and out there vocal deliveries, while JPEG Mafia is known for his great production. He's one of my favorite hip-hop producers ever, and they both lock in and deliver on this project. It's not serious at all. So many playful lyrics and songs. When you have a song called Jack Harlow Combo Mule, you already know it's going to be fun. It's not going to be serious. They don't take themselves seriously, they just have fun, and the project does exactly that. It radiates fun while also sounding hype and harsh at times. If you enjoy minimalism, this album is not for you. There's so much happening on each song, but it works really well in my opinion. So many dope samples here from well-known songs, as well as some just very obscure stuff. Also a very consistent track list, which features great rapping from both of them. Up there for hip-hop project of the year for me. My favorite songs on it are Lean Beef Patty, Step a Pig, Scaring the Hoes, What a Sample, Garbage Pail Kids, another amazing sample, and Fentanyl Tester. Knock Narea by Maruja is technically an EP, but it's so good I had to include it on this list at number 5. There is a wave of art rock groups right now that are great, and I feel like Maruja is becoming one of those. This is such a promising debut. I mean, I can't wait to see what else they've got. From what I can pick up, the subject matter on Knock Narea is about a war and general social commentary. It's backed up by this dark, powerful sound. Compared to something like Black Country New Road or Black Midi, this is a lot closer to Black Midi's first record, even darker sounding I'd say, with some of the screaming vocals from Harry Wilkins. They use the saxophone so well, the mixing on this project is great, and the sequencing of the soundtrack is amazing too. There's a lot of just instrumental parts on here. I'd say it's more instrumental parts than it is vocals, but in these 4 tracks they are able to capture the sound of war so well. Thunder has one of my favorite music moments of the whole year. The instrumental outro is so impactful. Blind Spot sounds just like war with these loud, banging drums. The Tinker is fast-paced with the sax and the drums being the main instruments. This track uses build-up very well, and the outro, Kakistocracy, has some of the harshest, darkest sounds on the whole record. Really cool project, and I can't wait to see what they're going to release next. If you haven't heard it, please check it out and support them. This Is Why by Paramore places at number 4 on my list. And look, at first I did like this record, but damn, it has grown on me so much. This Is Why has one of the most consistent track lists of the year. From start to finish, this thing is good. The only really song on this album is the French titled one, but I've had that stuck in my head, so it's not that bad, is it? It features some of the smoothest production I've heard this year. The drums, the guitars, the vocals, everything sounds so clean. While it is not necessarily a sad album, it has moments that honestly sound pretty devastating, like the outro, Thick Skull. It just feels like everything is crashing down on Haley. And it has way more of these epic sounding moments. A lot of the choruses here hold a lot of weight for me and punch through, if that makes any sense. Really impactful. Great progression to the songs too, which allows for that. Some good mature writing by Haley adds to the whole experience. Compared to the other music I've heard from them, this is definitely the most mature work that they've done, and I like it like that. My favorite songs are the intro, This Is Why, one of the best intros this year, The News, You First, Figure 8, one of the best choruses of the year, and the outro, Thick Skull. I didn't make a video covering this album, but I think I'm gonna do a songs ranked for it. It should be out soon before this video comes out, so yeah. This project is definitely the most underrated album this year. It's only 28 minutes in runtime, but those 28 minutes, boy does it manage to deliver a lot of content. This project packs a punch. It's so over the top and maximalist, but it works so damn well because McKinley Dixon's personality shines on here and adds on to that. So many memorable lines and verses from this album. I mean, some lines literally give me goosebumps. The choruses on this project, don't get me started. Sun I Rise has such a beautiful and angelic chorus, and we can't not talk about the outro. That chorus is still in my head. Every feature is played so well and doesn't waste your time. Legit, every feature delivers. The instrumentation is so well done. Yes, it can be overwhelming maybe, but that just helps helps it build this colorful sound that it's going for. The strings, the trumpets, the saxophones, everything sounds so clean. Cause rapping on here is top notch as well. The flow switches so effortless. My favorite tracks are Sun I Rise, Mezzanine Tippin', Run Run Run, Live from the Kitchen Table, Dedicated to Tarfeather, such a powerful track, The Story So Far, and the outro, Beloved Paradise Jazz. Now, due to recent allegations against Slowthai, I don't really want to bring light to this project or really talk about it. I also think some of the lyrics and content of it have aged horribly with the stuff that's coming out about him, but I'm still going to include it on this list purely because of how it sounds. I don't want to spend much time on it. You can watch my songs ranked video on it if you want, and I have a short review of it on there, but I think sonically it's one of the most experimental records this year with fun, but also extremely depressing moments. While nothing is official, and of course I hope he's actually innocent and that he didn't do anything, the way it's looking right now, it doesn't seem like that. Sucks what happened because I thought he was one of the best rappers in the game, but yeah, just a really bad situation. And number one, as my favorite album of the year, it's going to be Live at Bush Hall by Black Country New Road. Technically, yes, a live album, however, it's full with brand new material, so I decided to include it. Wow, I mean, this band just keeps on surprising me. With the departure of Isaac Wood, I wondered where they were gonna take their sound, and look, they took it to a really good place. Switching between three different vocalists, Taylor, May, and Lewis, each of them have a couple of songs on here and they're quite different from each other based on the writing and the general vibe that they try to go for with each song. I think this gives Black Country New Road a nice dynamic that they can work with, you know, switching things up. But man, wow, the emotional highs on this project are insane. And again, it's because of the way this band works with build-up, tension, and release. I will say it again, no one on earth does it better than them. No other band currently, in my opinion, are able to get me so emotionally invested in their music. This is the case because Black Country New Road know how to make a song dynamic and just tease you and keep giving you more and more and more, making for a climatic experience. As soon as you think, surely that's it, this is the peak, they just add more stuff, they change up the tempo, change certain rhythms or something to deliver even more. And they do that on this project again, proving that they can function without Isaac. May's writing is insane, Turbine/Pigs may be my favorite song of the year, and a big part of that plays the writing. It's so poetic. The way these songs progress is really something else, and I'll say it again, if anyone has not checked this band out, please do. They make some of the most emotional, powerful music I have heard. I'm so interested in what they do next. This is kind of Baroque rock and I think it works well. It's only 9 tracks, 47 minutes. So if you want a strong emotional experience, please listen to this project. My favorite album of the year, with pretty much every track being a favorite. But that's gonna be it from my video. Tell me what you guys think of my list. Do you like my list? Do you wish any other albums were on there? And let me know your list down below. Please make sure you like and subscribe. That will mean so much to me. It'll help push my video and my channel into the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace.